First on BBC One, Premier League football in Match of the Day with Desmond Lynham.
Good evening and welcome to the programme. Now, to win the Premiership, you need to be able to get a result on those cold Saturday afternoons when you'll find yourselves in the first run to the country where it all matters. It's those little games you think that don't, and it's those points you can gain that can very much allow you to thrive in the Premiership. And tonight we follow two teams and their quest to dethrone Manchester United. They were beaten by them last week in the Cup. Will the league be a different prospect? Arsenal will be hoping for better results against Sunderland, who Peter Reid's men have said are just 14 points away from safety. Here's Dixon. Merson! Liverpool know West Ham at times can be their banana skin side. There are other sides that can say that have tried to win the Football League and the Premiership before. For Liverpool today, a massive game was taking place at Anfield.
Did well, Thomas did really well. Barnes now towards his 10th year at Liverpool, incidentally. McManaman, good save.
We've got all the results and all the goals from all the other games in the Premiership, including a rerun of a cup game or two. And we've got a couple of legends here that know a thing or two, dare we say. But first and foremost, we start with our big game at the moment. Liverpool, at the moment in the Premiership, have been slightly inconsistent, but do find themselves within touching distance of awesome foursome. They're looking to run away with the Championship chase. They're all chasing the current champions, Manchester United, who are hoping to win it for a second year in a row. Liverpool knew to keep up the pressure. They had to beat a West Ham United side that started off 1996 with a really positive run of form. But at the moment, West Ham haven't quite had the heights that they've seen before. Of course, we all remember the famous game. If you haven't seen it, please check it out, where West Ham beat Liverpool at Upton Park. So could Liverpool return the favour at Anfield? Your commentator for this one is Trevor Motson.
Well, Anfield is rocking to the sound of You Never Walk Alone as both Liverpool and West Ham come out to the raucous noise that is Anfield. Liverpool could go up to third with a victory here today. West Ham as high as 8th. So plenty of incentive for both Roy Evans and Harry Redknapp for their sides to do well today. Liverpool go with a front two of Patrick Berger and Robbie Fowler today, with McManaman in behind. It's a 5-man midfield with Barnes and Thomas the anchormen. As for West Ham United, managed of course by the brilliant Harry Redknapp, John Hartson, a new signing from Arsenal, and Dimitrescu, the Romanian up front. John Moncur and Ian Bishop will have to have good influences in the midfield if they're going to get another big result like they did at Upton Park earlier this season. The rain coming down here at Anfield, but a terrific atmosphere to boot. Stick Bjarnaby for Liverpool. Used the defender in front of him. Did well there, Bjarnaby. Really well. Liverpool taking the top end in this first half. Dimitrescu getting that one away. Here's Hughes. Oh, give it away. Big chance now. Fowler, goal! Hasn't taken him long. Just over 2 minutes. Robbie Fowler. Fantastic strike, but it was given away by Hughes on the edge of his own penalty area. That's a cardinal sin to give the ball away in that dangerous area. It came so invitingly for Robbie Fowler, who absolutely buried it with his left foot. Just watch this. Give it away here from Hughes. A little bit of an experience showing straight to Berger. Comes to Fowler, left foot, bang. No chance for Costco. 1-0. It is to Liverpool here at Anfield, and we haven't even played 2.5 minutes. And Harry Redknapp will be fuming. Matteo Roa, here's John Barnes. Thomas now. Did well, Thomas did really well. Barnes now coming up towards his 10th year at Liverpool incidentally. McManaman, good save. Good save from McCusker. Needed to be. It's a good strike this from Steve McManaman. And the Czech goalkeeper had to get across well to make a very good save. It's still Liverpool's corner. John Barnes to take it. And it's up towards Fowler. Oh, it's gone right through the Costco and in. Well, that is a brilliant start for Liverpool. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Robbie Fowler's got them both. And Harry Redknapp is tearing his hair out, I can tell you, at the non-existent marking in the West Ham ranks. Nothing that McCusker or Ian Bishop on the line could do about this. Brilliant header from Fowler, and he out-jumped his opponent superbly well, and Liverpool go 2 up inside 10 minutes. Here's Bishop. Might be a long afternoon for West Ham, just as it was at Upton Park for Liverpool earlier on in the season. West Ham winning that one. And here's Robbie Fowler again. 6-down Liverpool going into the top 3, and it could be more. Here's McManaman. Oh, that should have been 3-0. But for Ludwig McCusker. Great piece of goalkeeping from point blank range, let me tell you. Good push time ball, McManaman in, and McCusker somehow, with some part of his anatomy, kept the ball out. And has kept West Ham in the game. Not much happened in the first half apart from those chances, but here we are, 7 minutes into the second half, and West Ham need to make something happen. And John Hartson, well, if he'd have pulled off the bicycle kick there, we would have been talking goal of the season, possibly goal of the month, never mind goal of the season, never mind goal of the month. You want to be away from Potts. Barnes lost it this time to McAteer. Good ball in, Berg, it's lurking. Oh, the other save, another good save. One check denies another. Still not away yet. Here's McManaman, and again McCusker to the rescue. But let's see the save from McCusker from his fellow countryman Patrick Berg. A free header again. Redknapp will be furious with the marking again. And then the other save from McCusker to deny McManaman. That was a more orthodox save. 20 minutes to go. West Ham still with a puncher's chance at 2-0. 1 goal can get them back in the game. Hughes away from Bjarnaby. Bishop. John Hartson wide. And I tell you what, they won't get many opportunities like that all day. Good play here from Hughes. Played it into Bishop. Intelligent ball. Hartson signed from Arsenal. Just couldn't get the finish to get West Ham back in the game. Bishop off from Lampard on, the young 18-year-old. This is the assistant manager's son, of course. Assistant manager, of course, Frank Lampard Senior. On Kerr, former Swindon player. Now then, Julian Dix, ex-Liverpool, wanting to do well on his return to Anfield. Quarter of an hour now to try and change all that. Still Julian Dix. He will take the penalties if West Ham do get one today. Here's Hartson. Big chance now. Deflection. And he's going to go for a West Ham corner. They're starting to creep into this slowly away, West Ham. But a bit of encouragement for Harry Redknapp's side. But Roy Evans will be very, very concerned here. West Ham are having a lot of the play here in this last sort of 5 to 10 minutes. Hartson's so unlucky there. 13 to play. Butcher has got front. Now then, what can he do? That's a good cross. Hartson's working. James, well, what's he doing there? And what's the referee giving here? And there's a fight going on off the ball there between Future and I don't know who the Liverpool player is. I'm maybe thinking Bjornaby. He's sticking at Bjornaby, and I think he's given a free kick for West Ham here. I think he tried to play advantage to the referee, and then when he felt that there was no advantage ball coming, gave the free kick to West Ham, but there was a lot of fisticuffs. No yellow cards have been shown. Anyway, Dix with the free kick. Dimitrescu, good save from James, and it's in from Hartson! And West Ham do have their goal. Now then, we do have a grandstand finish here at Anfield. Possibly now, John Hartson. And it's a goal they've been threatening to score. There's the header from Dimitrescu, the Romanian. Great save from James. Couldn't keep the second one out though from John Hartson. And West Ham, having been so poor for about 65% of the game, have had a good 10-minute spell and have scored a goal they've been threatening to score for the last 10 minutes or so. Mark right now for Liverpool. Just need to get their game up and running again just to see this battling Hammers side off. And here's Dimitrescu. Now then, this is a good ball. Stan Lazaridis, the Australian, who really put them to the sword at Upton Park. Good ball. Hartson! It looked to all intents and purposes again. If Hartson had pulled that off, never mind goal of the month, this would have been goal of the season. And not only that, it would have got West Ham back in the game at 2-2. Oh, he just had to keep that down, and that would have been a picture book goal. Liverpool labouring to further things down here, labouring towards a victory. Here's Lazaridis. Ketia stops him. Liverpool just need to get a little bit of possession because they're just not. Oh dear me, the referee's played an advantage, and it was a late challenge there from the West Ham player. Berger now up towards Fowler. McManaman, Fowler on a hat-trick of course. Now then, McManaman to finish it once and for all. Yes! 4 minutes to go, and Liverpool have made sure. Spare a four for Ludwig Makosko, who does not deserve to have 3 put past him the way he's played today. He's played magnificently. West Ham rallied, but at the end, Liverpool's extra quality and class shines through. Lovely 1-2s, lovely passing moves, and look at that, McManaman running through on an onside position, and look at that for a finish. That seals the deal now for Roy Evans' men. And it's back to the drawing board for Harry Redknapp, whose team should be safe from relegation should they not pick up many more results like this. But it's Liverpool's day, that extra class is told. And there goes the whistle for the end. A spirited performance from West Ham United, but those 2 goals at the start from Fowler really killed them off. Then Hartson pulled one back with a quarter of an hour remaining, but then 4 minutes from the end, Steve McManaman making it absolutely set. And now Liverpool will move as far as 3rd position and still very much in the title hunt as they chase down the likes of Manchester United and Arsenal to try and win the Premiership for the first time in 7 seasons. He's finished Liverpool 3, West Ham United 1.
Well, chaps, really good result in the end for Liverpool. Probably deserved to win it much more comfortably than they did, but a late goal did it nonetheless. Well, I think the way you look at the way Liverpool played, I mean, they certainly had a lot of control in the match. They were very comfortable with the ball. They were comfortable maintaining possession. There's a lot of what they did that was very, very good in the day. The problem was they just seemed to tail off their results, and they allowed West Ham back in the game. And it's that problem which Liverpool have got to overcome if they're going to challenge for the League Championship. It's that issue that they've got to resolve. They've somehow got to find a way not to find themselves in games when they're in control, starting to let the opposition back in and starting to give them a way in to win a match. That's what they've got to stop. If they could do that, they'll be great. And West Ham United had the chance, it didn't take them today, really. Well, West Ham, for me, need to think about the striking options that they've got. Dimitrescu hasn't worked. They've sold Raduchoya in the summer. Hartson's come in, has been brilliant, but his form has tailed off, with some sort of injuries that he's got. West Ham need a centre forward. They need someone that can complement Hearts, and if they can do that, it could be a fantastic season for them. Well, another side that's having a fantastic season is Sunderland. On their tour to say goodbye to Roker Park, they would like nothing more than to do so by remaining in the Premiership. Arsenal, on the other hand, know that they'd love nothing more to win the Premiership, and under their new management, there's a new feeling at Highbury these days, a more continental flair, a new way and approach to the game, which is starting to catch the eye of others in the Premiership. Arsenal knew a win here today could put them second. Sunderland know a win here could put them in the top half of the table. Massive game. Your commentator for this one is Trevor Davis.
Well, Roker Park is ready here for the visit of Arsenal, joyous over their victory over their opponents in the third round of the Cup. But it's Premiership survival which is standing the test of time for here, everybody in the north east of England. Sunderland know here today that a win would put them in the top half of the Premiership table today, and Peter Reid's side is unchanged from that played Arsenal a week ago. Quinn and Michael Bridges in particular, the standout players of a brilliant tactical performance. Arsenal know a win here today will put them a point behind Manchester United, and changes have come in. David Seaman's fit and returns back in goal. Dennis Bergkamp is preferred with Ian Wright. Paul Merson joins the midfield with Hughes Mark to the bench. Platt and Vieira will occupy the main level of support. Paul is running forward, so is Agnew. It's a long ball looking for Bridges. It'll be easy for David Seaman that. Incredible to think where Sunderland are at the moment, just 3 points short of being in the top half of the Premiership if they win here this afternoon. Here's Dixon. Merson! Fantastic save, Tony Coton. Merson found the room. It was an excellent run. Dixon's cross in. That's a really good stop by Coton, but really Merson heads it anywhere but there. It's a goal. And Merson again has a drive and another save by Tony Coton. 2 chances in a minute, but both for the same player and same goalkeeper. In a tennis match, well, it'd probably be 15-0. It's a lovely long ball looking for Quinn. Good work by Adams. Platt into space for Lee Dixon to move forward in. Bergkamp hoping that Merson would make the run forward. He didn't do so. Arsenal have gained possession back. Adams. Here's Bold. Now Vieira. White has got it through to Paul Merson. Thought he was going to go for the shot. He's been forced wide here. Merson does get the shot off. It is blocked. Merson really will feel perhaps he should have got it off first time there. Tried to get a better opportunity off with Andy Melville blocking him. In the end, his shot just isn't good enough. David Platt with a corner. Lee Dixon and Merson have both come short. Dixon. Low ball to Merson. Oh, that's a lovely run by Paul Merson. That's a lovely goal too. The touch, the drop of the shoulder, the change of pace, the space created and the finish, all perfect. Fantastic goal from Merson. Well, Dixon deciding to go short, and it's proven worthwhile. But look at this, little drop of the shoulder in space. Bang! This is good work from the corner routine. This is excellent from Merson. Bold intercepting. 2 bowling warriors there. Both long-time servants of their clubs. Here's Platt. Bergkamp. Oh, that was lovely. This is fabulous. Oh, what a goal. One-touch passing at its finest. The little back heel was brilliant, and Ian Wright's finish was just instinctual. The passing by Platt here, but look at this from Bergkamp. Clever by Merson to find Ian Wright, and then presented with the goal. Just one of the best team goals I think you're going to see. A delightful finish, a wonderful goal, and Arsenal deservedly a 2-up. Cut out by Ball. Richard Ord. Here's Kevin Ball again. Bridges. Quinn! Oh, that's a delightful save by David Seaman. Really, really good goalkeeping there. When it was played into space, what a ball this is. Going first time, David Seaman, that is outstanding goalkeeping. Perhaps that's what Arsenal missed. Seaman now in for Lukic. Really good stop. David Kelly. Quinn. Here's Kevin Ball. Now Quinn again. Now Bridges! Now Sunderland. Michael Bridges' third goal in 2 games against the same opposition. And Roker Park is delirious of what could be on the cards. Not dealing with Quinn on the ball, and he is proving to be the master provider. And young Michael Bridges' form at the moment needs to be commended. The touch here to take it away from Adams, and the finish this time was far too much for any goalkeeper, let alone David Seaman. Platt. They were looking there for their 2 centre forwards. Platt will get it back. Bergkamp will get it. Oh! Tony Coton again with a fantastic stop. Well, it's away there by Melville. The shot came back in from Bergkamp. Coton, an outstanding save. You can say no more but that. That was excellent. So Platt's corner, and this time it's Vieira. It's come short. First from the far end. Platt. Bergkamp! Brilliant. Just brilliant. Dennis Bergkamp makes it 3 before half time. And you can feel the air being let out very much here of the Roker Park. Another corner, another routine. Dennis Bergkamp headering in at the near post. Nothing I don't think Coton could do. But how Bergkamp was able to run unmarked in the area is just criminal. And it's 3-1 Arsenal. Maybe a one-dimensional play, but it's worked. Sunderland 13 points from safety. Here's Bridges. Goal side. Chance. 3-2. What a half of football. What a half of football. 5 goals have flown in. Sunderland are not out yet. It's 4 goals in 2 games against the same opposition now. And Bridges, for the second match in a row against Arsenal, is on a hat-trick. If he was to get it, I'm sure Roker Park would really find itself the stadium of light then. It would be that high based on the noise. Great work to hold off Bold. A brilliant finish. Nothing Seaman could do. It's just been an excellent first half. Game on now. Field ball to Lee Dixon as we head towards time added on at the end of the first half. 2 minutes, I believe, is the call that Tanner Announced has made, and our referee today, Paul Durkin, has signalled. Ball. Here's Quinn. Oh, Bridges! Well, there was Tony Adams to make the block. The two of them have completely fluffed it up. there's the effort by Kelly. There's a shot by Bridges. It's parried away. Ball comes in and it's cleared away. Just how did Sunderland not equalise? Well, we talk about cup final scrambles, but that final few moments was certainly that. That was amazing. Chance after chance after chance. There was no goal. And Sunderland are going to ask just how. Is Williams for Sunderland. Towards Quinn. That would have been something else had it gone in. One-dimensional. Well, how about I go ahead and attempt a Cruyff overhead kick. Unbelievable. Unlucky now, Quinn. Lovely attempt. Now it's Ian Wright in a bit of space, giving it to Merson. Winterburn gets there ahead of Williams for Sunderland. The cross, though, is poor. Agnew. Wonder who he's looking for. Adams reads it. Bergkamp. Been sensational this afternoon. Winterburn for Arsenal. Wright and Merson in the area. It's towards Wright, and it is 4. Just brilliant, just brilliant. Ian Wright strikes. He has been phenomenal today. Header at the near post, nothing Coton could do. On some excellent interchanges of play. Look at that for a header by Ian Wright. Merson just cut out. Platt. Vieira. Oh, this is good football again. Not the goal that it deserved. Well, a goal back for Sunderland really changes the match. Here's Merson. And not afraid to go for goal given the chance, Ian Wright. After what took place last weekend, but I'm sure much happier just how well his team have played today. Very unlucky for Ian Wright. Russell. Bridges. Oh, the pass hasn't gone where it's needed to. Winterburn's played in Ian Wright. Here's Vieira. Hughes. Wright. Bergkamp. Oh! How did Dennis Bergkamp not score that? Oh my days. The quality of the build-up today by Arsenal has been exemplary. Apart from that finish. Wright. Hughes. Hughes again. Was he fouled? Referee is going back to it there. Paul Durkin is going to have a word with Kevin Ball. And the captain will just have to face a decision he humbly disagrees with. What does the replay say? Yep, a foul. Hughes has got the ball away. So David Platt is over this. Oh! And David Platt has struck the woodwork. Wright's header back down. Vieira. Well, what a free kick in the end by David Platt. Got right behind it. It's over the ball. Goodness me, that's so clever and so unlucky. The first half was outstanding today. The second half, since Arsenal have scored, they really have shut up shop. It's as if they led by a goal to nothing, not 4-2. But they played brilliantly. Bergkamp has been the key. He's made Arsenal tick today. The combination with Merson and Wright was too much for Sunderland, who really did take their chances when they were presented. Arsenal have revenge Sunderland will play in the fourth round. Arsenal have 3 points this afternoon, and they move second in the Premiership. Full time, it is Sunderland 2, Arsenal 4.
Chaps, so we've got to talk about it. In the end, Arsenal worthy winners? Yep. Everything that they got wrong at Highbury in the Cup, they got right here today. And I kind of think, if you look on the grand scheme of things, Arsenal might not be too upset about going out of the Cup as early as they did. It's allowed this squad, which, to be fair, doesn't have the depth of what Manchester United have and maybe what Newcastle United have. It allows them to focus their games on the Premiership, and they'll know that every game now is a Premiership game. That's what's going to matter to them, and that's what's going to make a difference. So, yes, and today it showed, I think, in terms of the way they played, there was a little more bite in the tackle. There was a desire to get the ball wide. There was a desire to keep the ball better. And Sunderland, I think, called Arsenal out of the blue. I think today Arsenal showed they are definitely a much better side with a quality win. And what are your results in Sunderland in the end? They found the goals, but not the game. Well, I think that Trevor hit the nail on the head. You look at the way in which Arsenal played. They were much instinctive to press, to play at a higher pace, to move the ball, to get it wider, to look to bring their wing backs into the game a lot more. And ultimately, Sunderland couldn't live with the quality of play that took place. And I think that's going to be a big factor in that. It's the quality of the finishing was the difference ultimately. Well, now it's time to round up all the other games that took place in the Premiership this weekend.
The second meeting in as many weekends between these two sides. This time 3 points was on stake, and Manchester United were able once again to come away with the victory, although they didn't quite have it as much as their own way they did at Old Trafford last week, especially when Teddy Sheringham's mistake allowed Andy Cole in to put Manchester United ahead. Although a brilliant rule-foot pass did in fact find Chris Armstrong, whose control was impeccable, his finish was fantastic. Just what Spurs were lacking last weekend, they brought themselves level. But Manchester United showed they're made of really stern stuff these days, and Paul Scholes provided the inspiration this time. He played through Andy Cole, who duly obliged by coolly slotting the ball past Ian Walker and giving Manchester United 3 crucial points. It was not Newcastle United's day against Aston Villa, but somehow the side from the North East were able to rescue a point. Julian Jochin's pass played in Dwight York to put Aston Villa ahead. Newcastle United have been a side that are still perhaps in shock and awe of their 5-0 win over Manchester United and haven't really produced since, particularly in the defensive department. Milosevic finding far too much room in his header, absolutely flying home, thanking of course Alan Wright for the cross. But it was Alan Shearer that got Newcastle United back. A minute before the end of the first half, his brilliant hit was far too much for Mark Bosnich, and that gave Newcastle United hope. Hope indeed turned out to be relief, as eventually the points were saved. Ginila's excellent ball found in Peter Beardsley, his control was impeccable, his finish was Beardsley-esque. A point saved for Newcastle. Aston Villa will be disappointed not to have won this. Wimbledon have proven to be the hardest side to beat in the FA Carling Premiership this season. Derby County though showed that they've got a little bit about them, especially when Dean Sturridge was able to poke the ball home after an excellent through ball by Paolo Wanchope. But Wimbledon show why they're difficult to beat because they take advantage of terrible mistakes, especially this one from a defensive error, an easy finish from Marcus Gale to duly oblige and to lob the ball over the goalkeeper and keep the Crazy Gang's unbeaten run going. Nottingham Forest show that there is life in the old dog in the City ground, a side which everybody has said have got no right to be bottom of the Premiership, showed just what they're capable of, especially when Dean Saunders poked home a Stuart Broad cross to give them a 1-0 win over European chasing Chelsea. Southampton are the only side not to have won an away game in the Premiership so far this season. Well, they changed that at the Riverside. A poor kick out in the end was brilliantly played through by Matt Letitia, and Jim Magilson had the time, control and ease to finish. A good old-fashioned Route 1 goal was enough for Southampton for their first away win of the season. Leeds United perhaps proved their best performance of the season at the moment. Rush showing that there's still life in the old dog, combining beautifully with Tony Yeboah, and the cool finish was able to give Leeds United an early lead.
and an excellent first half continued as Yeboah in the end played in Lee Bowyer. His cool, calm finish doubled the advantage. Leeds United at one point thought they were in a relegation dogfight, but have really turned things around recently and started to play some lovely football. Indeed, Ian Rush setting in Tony Yeboah to make it 3-0. A really good day for Leeds United, one to forget for Leicester City. Blackburn Rovers will definitely say they're firmly out the relegation zone. Beating their once was considered fellow relegation sufferers and compatriots Coventry City. That was after this brilliant run by Kevin Gallagher, who was able to get himself by Paul Williams and blast a brilliant finish home. And that set the tone for Blackburn Rovers, who started to play some excellent football. In the second half, Chris Sutton's wonderful finish was far too much for Steve Irizovic, the only survivor from their FA Cup win in 1987. But 10 years on, Irizovic know that Coventry City are very much in fight for their lives to stay in the top flight, especially when Lars Bohinen played in Kevin Gallagher to get his seconds. A big 3-0 win for Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park, who haven't had many things to cheer about this season. Sheffield Wednesday had an important win over Everton. It was set up brilliantly when David Hurst marched his way through and coolly stuck the ball for Andy Booth to tack the ball home. Booth would go on to have an excellent game, but it wasn't without its moments for Everton that did find their way back into the match, especially when Parkinson played in the young promising Michael Branch, a shot here which was excellently taken and brought Everton level in the game. But there was time for a winning goal, and Andy Booth was the man that got it, unchallenged, allowed to run all the way through. I believe they call that a thunder something. Either way, Wednesday, big win for them. Well, Trev Stubbs giving us that. Time to have a look at the Premiership table. And it's Manchester United. They have a 2-point advantage in top ahead of Arsenal, that go second after that win at Sunderland. Liverpool, after the win over West Ham United, have gone third. Newcastle remain the fourth place side, and Wimbledon and Chelsea just separated by goal difference. A reminder that which team finishes second this season will find themselves in the European Champions Cup. So Real and Sevdad also to get second place to play in Champions League football. Bottom of the table, Nottingham Forest and Southampton are separated by just goal difference, but Middlesbrough find themselves just a point behind them, so worrying times. Blackburn Rovers and Leeds United are doing their best to climb out of the relegation zone. Coventry City will feel a little bit nervous, just 4 points ahead of the relegation places. So, there we go. Match day 22 completed in the Premiership. Chaps, going to have your results. Based on the table at the moment, who's staying up, who's staying down, who's going down? I'd say who's going to win. I'd probably say perhaps you've got to fancy Manchester United. I think they've got the best squad. The only thing that's going to affect United is perhaps how far into the Champions League and FA Cup they get. How will that affect their league form? And I think that's going to be a real factor to think about. In terms of staying up at the moment, who's going to go down? I think Forest and Southampton. I think Southampton are in trouble. I think Middlesbrough are in trouble at the moment. But I looked at the likes of Leicester and Derby, and I think they've got a real shout of staying up. And Sunderland, I do too. I wouldn't rule out maybe a Blackburn or a Leeds United. If they have a little slip of form, they could find themselves in that same you said for Coventry. Yeah, I'd probably agree. I think you look at those bottom three at the moment, they're there for a reason. Leeds United, Blackburn Rovers, I think will have too much. Coventry and Leicester, I'd be worried about into that, but I think Southampton Forest will also be the two. Then it'll be one of the top 12, or the bottom 12, I suppose, that will probably go. As for winning the league, I can't look past Manchester United. I think if they could get a cut run, you probably say at the moment maybe Arsenal could be their biggest rivals this season, but I'd see it's a top 4 race for the league this season. Well, there we go. That's all from us at the moment. Thank you very much for tuning in. In terms of match of the day, well, we're back later on in the month with an FA Cup 4th round special with some excellent games ahead of them, including a real nail-biting, thrilling game between Chelsea and Liverpool. Will it be life imitating art, or will the art go ahead and be surpassing life? You'll have to tune in and watch with us. As for us here today, it's time to talk about our man of the day. Well, we can look at no fault in Arsene Wenger and his Arsenal side that really are putting on a show at the moment as they go and climb second in league. From all of us, thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.